Yo, what is going on, everybody? Hope everybody rejoining me for the second match of the night is having a good one. We are getting right into it here shortly with our next matchup. The Hollowknights returning after a tough loss earlier this evening to try and bounce back against the Bloodline, who are returning from their win the other day against the. I don't remember who they played. Sorry. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully get them going and get started up here soon. We got most players in the lobby, but before we get going, take a look at the map set here. This matchup, we got Hardpoint on Colossus to start off. It's a pretty bang out map, so we'll see how these two teams go, and then we jump over to Raid for our guaranteed search and destroy. It's always a fun one to go on to Raid, and then got Overload on Exposure, which I personally have not seen in a comp match yet, so I'm excited. I got Hardpoint on Exposure if we get to a map 4, and then if we somehow go the distance, it will be back to Colossus for the final search and destroy. Um, I'm interested to see how this match goes. Hollow Knights had a close one versus the Widowmakers earlier. Uh, about 100 points on the hard point, nothing too crazy. A grueling round 11 S&D loss where Janzi was able to come away with the 1v3 to secure the victory against the Hollow Knights on raid. So we'll see how they bounce back on that. And then Overload was not close, so see if Hollow Knights do a little bit better on exposure than they did on Den. But I think we're just waiting for one player to get in the lobby here, and then we should be good to go. Um, yeah, hope everybody's having a good night. To see some of our Family Ties members in the chat here, and yeah, we're gonna get going. Bracky had a 1.44 in their last series. Novo had a 1.1 or 1.2. So think we're think we're getting ready to go. Just waiting on I think Vonsky here. Sorry for the delay in the response because we do have a 30-second delay. However, Bloodline got this in the bag in the chat, and I mean, I don't know if I would say in the bag. I feel like towards the end of that overload and in that S&D, that Hollow Knights kind of showed some signs of life. But yeah, no, with Bracky and Novo on the other side, that's a pretty uh, talented duo, I would say. And VJs did win a major last year, even though I know it was a different game, but he won a major with Bracky and Poison and Magic on the other side of the matchup. So, he's a decent player as well. And Carnivorous making his debut, unfortunately, more towards the bottom of the KD leaderboard. However, that does not mean that he can't do some damage himself. May just need a little bit of time to get some momentum behind that gunny. But we are going to be hopping to a Colossus hardpoint. See if I got the sides right on the overlays. But starting any moment here, getting right into the action. Of course, they're on the wrong side. That's Par for the course, but that's okay. While I get into the switch, we're going to start off here with Novo, team captain. Not team captain, first draft pick, second overall, by Braggy. I'm going to change these so I can actually talk like a normal person. Side switch so that I don't have to do this every time. But, you know, start of the year, start of the season. There we go, that looks a lot better, alright. Hollowknights about to shock the world, maybe so, maybe so. Right now it's looking like it is Hollowknights in the early going, but truthfully when they played last match against the Widowmakers, it was pretty even in the early going of that hard point too. So we'll see if we can get that going. Hopefully my sound sounds better now. Thank you. Appreciate it. Flicks with the kill, trying to break this as ooh, dirty slide there out of Flicks. Saw Novo sitting in the corner there. He must have saw his name tag. Ghostly Royale, last one alive. He's going to get taken down. Vonsky trying to make a solo push. However, wow, almost got the 3 there. VJ's some bullets towards the back of Novo's head. And Bloodline's coming away with this P2 time here, so that's good for them at least. And Scrap going the way of Hollowknights for now. Not for long. Magic and Flicks already rotated over to this P3, and I feel like P3 is kind of underrated for how much time you can get off of it. I know it's like kind of mixy in the way that it sits on this map, but I feel like I've seen a lot of teams kind of soak up this hill so far. If you get the right hold, you get the right position. But I guess you could say that for any hill, really. Magic starting off 7 and 8. 8 and 9 actually. Oh man, that was really close to a really fun number to say, huh? Flicks 9 and 5. Looking on the other side, focusing on Bloodline, the new team in terms of this evening. This Hollowknights already played. Novo 13 and 5, contesting the hill on the other side. Bracky with a slow start. Novo kind of showing some of that prowess. Almost turns and burns on with the pistol, but Flicks is able to get the kill there and kind of break the hill. Still pretty even at the start of this. Let's see if I can get over towards this new hill. Popping Carnivorous going to help out Bracky there to pick up Magic. They are going to get the rotation, starting to build a little bit of a lead here onto the Hollowknights. Carnivorous with the 2-piece, some great shots out of him there. Excited to see him get going a little bit for the Bloodline here. Fortunate timing there for VJ's. Bonsi's going to pick up 2. And yeah, no, Bracky just had nowhere to go there. Surrounded on all sides. Time going the way of the Hollowknights now. Am I still low? Alright, well, hopefully this doesn't get too loud. It might be better. Got a little bit of a delay on, so forgive me for delayed responses. However, I'm trying to make this as good as I can for y'all on the late night whiskey podcast. Flicks with some good shots. Started off 20 and 7 here. 8 shots with the pistol. That is 4 dead. And the new time is going to go the way of the Hollowknights. They're only down 20 points here. Not too much of a lead has built up for the Bloodline yet. So we'll see if they can get this even and kind of keep this a game here. Flicks doing everything, literally everything for the Hollowknights. Wow, that is impressive. Might be a little too loud now that I'm actually kind of speaking up. Oh, wow, dude, Flicks is just shooting. Novo, however, is shooting himself. Not literally, but you know what I meant. 22 and 11 now for him. He's got the sub out. A little bit of a sub battle so far between him and Flicks. VJ's 13 and 14. Switched over to not who I thought it was going to. As we get over to this P2 here. Um, Let's see what I want to watch here. Magic, kind of watching this angle. Hollowknights are going to bring this right back here. You know what? Watch Novo. See how the Bloodline react to this. You know what? Let's go over to a listening with the Bloodline while we're at it.
Look, Vonsky.
No, Flix is close. Weak.
I spawned out.
They're all
holding the side door.
God.
All good. First, pushing out, or Magic pushing out front. He's front, low stature, really weak.
Close front, Magic, have health.
Really weak. Dead.
Oh my god. Alright. Yeah.
Nine out of dead. Behind us.
We got flip,
Got me.
flip.
All good. Yep.
One at new. One on God Heady.
I'll see this guy at hold. On Heady, Gio out dead. Flex shot me out. Yo, we gotta start hitting some routes, boys.
Hold on.
I spawned their side. Bro, this guy ripped it spawn.
Oh my Flix.
He's dead. Arson weak in time, half health in time. I'm spawning out, so I'm spawning out blue side.
Arson is green, and behind me.
I got split one. I got one blue side. One still
Oh,
green.
they're still behind me. Flix is on time.
Arson dead on time.
Another one, Vonsky. Two. Two
Put
front,
in.
three front.
Bit of a quick listen in there. Honestly, I liked to see the leadership out of Novo there, kind of directing the squad on where they got to go. You know, liked the can we take a route here out of him? But despite that, the Hollowknights are building a little bit of a lead here. They're up by 30 points. Flix 34 and 11, and Magic staying about even to help him out. And Vonsky's having a good game, so we're gonna instant hop into a listening right with them.
Let's do it.
That's it. He's on point. Left. Dead.
Dead stature.
Statue dead. They're going to spawn flip. Watch out. Dead. On absolute. Got statue.
Whole team.
Got one on the big.
Spawn enemies. Fuck, bro.
Watch the flip.
Should be dead. Nice.
One P2 responds.
Good listening with both squads. I really liked there with the Hollowknights that I feel like I heard 4 voices there. It wasn't just 1 or 2. I feel like every person on the team was at least trying to call out where they're dying, where people are coming from, and if they can't get a kill, they're at least giving information. And I think that's honestly pretty valuable as a COD player. And it's working out well for them. 39 and 16 is Flix, and up by about 20 is the Hollowknights. Let's see if they can continue to put this away here as we get into the closing moments of this map 1. Flix is going to get the break. He's going to get 2 by himself, and he's going to get some help from his teammates. An unfortunate team nade there for Carnivorous this time. It's going to go towards the Hollowknights, and the Bloodline are going to spawn all the way out. Flix gets 2. He gets traded out. Magic and Royale holding this time, building this lead. They're not going to be able to win it here. They are going to have to rotate, so it is going to give the Bloodline a little bit of a window to come back here as VJs and Novo hit the old hill. Bracky already rotated and getting some help from the middle of the map. He gets absolutely gunned by Vonsky though. And Hollowknights get right on the time. VJ's trying to make a flank as the rest of his team spawns there, but their time is running out. Gonna get one kill, back up, play his life. Magic on the heady. Flicks playing that middle map area. VJ's is gonna get a lot of things going on here, trying to keep up with everything. Hollowknights 7 seconds away from the victory, and the Bloodline finally break in. They're gonna have to play perfect Call of Duty here if they want to win this map. 42 and 24 out of Novo. He's trying to will them to victory by his lonesome. .220 to 243 as we go into this P4. Novo already on the rotation. He knows two more there. He's going to need some help. Bracky gets a kill, and he's going to get the timing. Does he get the kill? Yes, he does. Can he get the other? Yes, he does. And no time off the rotation there for the Hollowknights. The Bloodline are coming back. Almost 230 to 244. The break is in. The break is in. VJ's last alive. Can he get the Hellstorm in time? Time dwindling away. Contest is in. Ah! Flicks last alive, and he wins it for the Hollowknights. Wow, that came down to the wire. 250 to 228. I thought after that Hellstorm that the Bloodline had the comeback. However, Flicks slides in, gets 2 kills, and saves it for the Hollowknights. An important map one for them. Almost 50 kills on the map for Flicks. 49 and 24. That might be our highest kills so far of the season. The full scoreboard is going to come up here. See anything else crazy on that team? I mean, Vonsky going 29 and 34, and Ghostly Royale almost 20 kills. I think that was a great map from the Hollowknights compared to what we saw earlier. Novo 42 kills, just wasn't quite enough to get over the line for his squad. Hollowknights win their first hardpoint of the season, 250 to 228 in an absolute nail biter. And they just had a round 11 on Raid last series. You know, it was an unfortunate 1v3 situation for Janzi to steal that away from them. Are they going to look versus the Bloodline, who just narrowly lost that first map? I'm really interested to see this raid. I think this is going to be a banger of a raid. Yeah, wow. I'm still trying to process that first map. Honestly, that was pretty crazy. Man, I really thought Bloodline were gonna make that comeback there. I really, really did. They, they got that kill. Looked like Hollowknights were gonna get control. That Hellstorm came in. VJ's got 2. But oh man, I thought Novo called game, but then Flicks turned around and called game for himself. Man, that was pretty good. And if you're the Hollowknights after a rough series in the first section this evening versus the Widowmakers, you like to see that. And that, like I said earlier, it's their first hardpoint win of the season so far in their 3rd match. So, pretty important victory. Hopefully getting this S&D set up in a moment. Back to raid. I don't know, Chad. Do you think we should run a prediction for map 2? I think we're gonna do it. I got a little bit of a delay, so I'm just gonna run it. We're gonna see what happens. Get your predictions in. Who's winning this map 2? Do we got faith in the Hollowknights? Do we think the Bloodline's gonna come back? Use up those family points. You know we all love a little bit of gambling, getting a little parlay in there. Get your get your live money line for the second map in there. Bloodline plus 1.5. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say 6-4 Hollow Knights personally. You know, they look pretty good on that raid. If it wasn't for the way Jamesy played that round 11, you know, they had it in the bag. I don't know. I think they're gonna want some revenge on this map, but I say that, and you know, Novo went off that first map, so he's shooting. Bracky's a pretty good S&D player. However, so is Magic, and so is Flix. I mean, Flix is good at everything, not to glaze, but um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Not sure why we haven't gotten this S&D started up here. I think we're just waiting on the host, but you know, guys, Mookie Pookie is definitely herb. Got herb in the chat for sure. um, let's see how the predictions going. What are we looking at? Neck and neck, even though the channel points are a little bit lopsided. Got some votes for the Hollow Knights. Got some votes for the Bloodline. Yeah, honestly, you're right about that, Isaac. I did kind of glaze there, but I can't lie, man. He almost had 50 kills last map. 49? No, I know that's like not the craziest. We've seen some almost 60 bombs, but you know, huge bet dropped onto Hollow Knights, and I don't think that's a bad bet, man. That's who I got too. I think they're gonna come away with this. But if I remember correctly, and I think I can look, it was the Fab Four that the Bloodline played, and I think they almost reverse swept. See if I can find it. I'm pretty sure I tweeted it. No, I didn't. Can I get an L admin in the chat? Yeah, Bloodline. Well, Bloodline won it 3-2, but I don't think it was a reverse sweep. Now, if I'm remembering it correctly, got a million things between the podcast and casting in my head today. But yeah, no, Bloodline did win a grueler, so you know they might be in for the long haul. That's what we're trying to figure out. Think we are switching lobbies for this S&D. That's what I'm waiting on. If I had to guess. How's everybody doing in chat tonight? Hope you enjoyed the podcast and the first matchup as we wait on this second map to get started here. Just to give a little update to the stream, due to some technical classic Call of Duty difficulties, we are currently waiting on a player. Timer is going down, so might see a map forfeit. Unfortunately, we will see. I will keep you guys updated as soon as I have more information. Appreciate everybody staying in the stream and staying locked in for this matchup. All right, stream. I have a unfortunate news. Oh wait, am I? Oh wait, what? Hold on. Sorry about that, everybody. I thought I was in my own Discord channel, but I was not. Unfortunate news. Map 2 is currently being uh, forfeited. Hollowknights take it 6-0. Your channel points were refunded. Um, we're gonna give them the 15-minute timer, so that means they have until 9:27 to start the overload, and if not, Hollowknights will take the series, and we will move on with the evening. I apologize for the unfortunate outcome after the banger of a hardpoint they had on the first map, but it's classic Call of Duty. Someone going to play another tournament in the middle of one tournament, and you know that's is what it is. Not much you can do about that, but yeah, appreciate everybody being patient. Yeah, just guess we'll just be chilling. All right, chat. Well, I have a little bit of an update. Both teams have agreed to play with a substitute. So yeah, we're gonna be starting this from map 3. Play this overload out and let these teams have a chance to get some reps in. So I mean, we'll see how it goes. Maybe Bloodline gets a little bit better. Well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't say well in like a bad way to who's summoning. It's just Bracky's a hard player to replace, but we do have King Coney from the Gizmos Good Boys subbing in. Had a pretty good first series versus the Grim Reapers. King Coney did. So be interested to see how he does, and if Novo is shooting how he did in that hard point, they might be just fine because Novo is playing lights out. So we'll see how the Hollowknights can respond after a little bit of time sitting around and waiting. Same with the Bloodline, the rest of them who played in that map 1, and then we'll see how King Coney jumps in here. Exposure on overload. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We're back. Finally, appreciate everybody's patience. Got the overload started here. Carnivorous with a big first blood. Flicks though, starting where he left off, and so is Novo. Especially so is Novo. Big 2 shots in there. Magic picking up some trades. Novo, close call with the wall bounces and the jumps there. He gets some information. Gonna know where players are, and he's gonna get the 2-piece. Picks up the device. He's gonna need some help. I mean, oh, he gets the help there on to Flicks. Might have had a chance there, however, someone hit the pinch. Vonsky, I believe, hit the pinch. Picks up the kills there. Still 0-0. Starting off this Overload matchup. Both teams getting some device control, getting pushed up a little bit, and then unfortunately getting sniffed out. Kills going down middle of the map. Looks like this is going to change, and Hollowknights might be able to push it up and get a point here. Carnivorous making a good play and buys enough time for his teammates to come off spawn and stop that push. Still 0-0. Novo trying to wrap this device over towards this red B side. He's going to meet some aggression. Unfortunate team kill there out of Carnivorous, and he gets taken care of. Stops the push of Bloodline. King Coney starting off 2-4. Not sure if he was playing 8s or anything before. I think he actually might have been watch partying, so see how his gun gets warm here in this matchup. Novo watching the push on this right side. Flicks has the device. He's trying to wrap it over. He can't. Gets taken care of by King Coney. It's the Bloodline trying to get a push of their own. Not been able to get that started so far. Trying to play defense. Hollowknights now with the device in their hand. Carnivorous unfortunately slides onto 2 people. Flicks absolutely turned on VJs there, but unfortunately the trades were in for the Bloodline. It's not going to matter. Vonsky gets up and gets the score 1-0. Hollowknights is playing his life in the back of their spawn. Not able to do that too long, however, gets traded out. Pretty back and forth in terms of the kill feed here. Not feel like I'm seeing any one person pop off anything crazy. Goes through Royale 9-7. Like to see that out of the newcomer. Both teams battling for position here. Flick's is going to pick up one on the flank. Can he get more? His teammate Magic's going to get one. And that's whole team dead. Flicks gets the kill onto Coney, and this is going to be another score. Unless number 2 Carnivorous has something to say about it. He gets the kill. He gets traded out. Flicks last alive. Actually, Magic is there too. And Flicks gets the kills. Vonsky gets the score again. 2-0 Hollowknights. Absolutely beaming to start off this this Overload here. Magic 11-9. Honestly, this might be the best map of the major so far for the Hollowknights. Which I know they're not playing the Bloodline team at full strength here, but Novo's 15. What the fuck? 17-8 at the end of this Overload half here. And yeah, unfortunate that Bracky isn't here to help him out right now, but gotta give the Hollowknights credit where credit's due. They came out to play. They didn't let the time off in between maps delay their momentum. So I'm trying to figure out the words to say. Got some overtime here. So the device is in the hands of Novo. Let's see if he can stay alive here. He cannot, and that is halftime. starting off in the second round. Seeing what these players can do. Trying to get over to Magic here. King Coney starting off hot. Warming up a little bit. Novo, 18 and 9. He's got the device. He's trying to get over to this A site. And he might have clearance to get the free score. I don't think anybody from the Hollowknights is over there. And right off the rip, 40 seconds into the map, Bloodline cut the lead in half. It's a pretty good start for the Bloodline. Can't ask for much better than that. Now, how can they respond? Coming off a respawn, getting position again as... Oh, VJ's almost made the play. If he would have waited a second longer, I think he would have gotten multiple kills there. However, unfortunate timing for him, and unfortunate for the Bloodline. Hollowknights regain their 2-score lead, taking a 3-1 overload lead. Magic with 2. Magic with 3. Wow. Great plays by Magic. Magic is shooting in this overload, and he's helping the Hollowknights try and wrap this up. It's on a 5 screen now. Finally gets traded out. And that's 3 dead, but unfortunately they are pinned in the back of their map. Vonsky's going to get 1 himself. Having a pretty nice game, 14 and 12. Doing what a... third or fourth, or not third or fourth, second or third pick on a team needs to do. Flicks with a spree of his own. Kills going back and forth. Neither team really getting much control right now. Vonsky gonna wait for his team off a respawn. Gonna get 1, can't get the second. Trades come in. Novo with the Hellstorm. Looking for that kill onto Flix. However, he's going to get all 3 of the spawners, and Flix gets killed middle of the map. That's the map open for the Bloodline to score. VJ's going to throw the stun and wait. He needs to just run. He gets the wall bounce in, and they need 1 more. Bloodline cut the lead in half again. That was a great Hellstorm from Novo. Ended up getting 3 kills there and a great play. I didn't see who got the kill onto Flix, but whoever did had an absolutely great game awareness to make that play. Number 2, Carnivorous. He's going to get the score. That's a tie game for the Bloodline. And just like that, Novo, 27 and 15, leading his team once again, absolutely starting where he left off on that map 1. Flix, 26 and 17, doing about the same. We got a tie game. A minute and a half left before the overtime. I forget how it works at the end. I think like someone has, it's like becomes an S&D type deal. We'll have to see how that goes if we get there. Because as I say that, the Hollowknights are getting control up to VJs and Coney. Gonna have to get some important kills as they wait for the... Oh, VJs gets the timing on to Ghostly Royale. Novo gets another kill of his own. That's going to be a push sniffed out. Bloodline trying to take it up the B side. However, Magic is going to get 2. Novo looking for the power position. However, slides back over to help out his teammates. Magic pushed up in the middle of the map, trying to stop the Bloodline from crossing their spawn. All the kills are going the way of the Hollowknights right now. They're trying to win this and put this series away. And Magic has clearance. He can't get there in time. Big kills there from the Bloodline to save the map. Now they have to get the device all the way across. And an unfortunate team nade there by VJ's. 25 seconds left. Not a lot of time. VJ's trying to do his best to hold the line. We are going to go to an overtime. Let's see what happens here. Novo 31 and 19. Making sure the device stays in their hands. Bloodline are going to pick this up. They're going to push forward. Vonsky is in a position to stop the push. Novo can't get the kill onto Flix. No more respawns remaining. Magic gets the first blood. Or VJ's and Magic trade. Down to a 3v3. It's an S&D round now. I believe it's either somebody scores or everybody dies. Sudden death overtime. Coney trying to make a push to the back. His teammates pretty close to him. Shots going down. Carnivorous gets one. G Royale gets a trade. Novo. Coney gets the pick. It's 1v2. And the Bloodline come away with it. Wow. What a map there by the Bloodline. They win it just in the last seconds. The Bloodline keep it going strong with Coney on the roster. Going to push us to a map 4. Staying on exposure. Vonsky 24-19. Showing out after a rough debut performance. And Ghostly Royale having a decent map as well. Flicks 33-22. Couldn't get the job done. Novo 33-20. The CEO came to play today, folks. Hard point on exposure next. Chad, who do you think is coming away with the win? Let's you know what? Let's see if we can get back some of the hype that we got earlier. If I run this predictions again, huh? Who wants to get their parlay in? Who wants to gamble? I know we like to gamble around here. Get your predictions in. I gave y'all a little bit of a time with the delays. Appreciate the shout out, Sketchy. You do just as much work as I do, brother. We're gonna get right into this map number 4, Hollowknights. We're up 2-0, especially after a map 2 forfeit due to a teammate issue, but got the substitute for map 3 for the Bloodline, and ended up making it a series. We'll see if they can continue to do so as we get into this map 4. Monsky with a big nade. No time really to anybody here at the early going of this P1. Flicks with the nice shots after that wall bounce. Magic trying to get the shots, but Novo, he's ready to play today. As I say that, he dies. Caster curse, my bad. P2 control, gonna start off with the Hollowknights. They're doing a pretty good job here at the opening going of this exposure hardpoint. That's wrong. Yeah, no, Hollowknights up 2-1. They need to win this to end the series. Bloodline need to win this to keep the series alive. 41-10 start as the Bloodline finally get going here in this match. The end of this P2. Big two-piece there from VJ's, getting a couple guys off the scrap time. Time finally going the way of the Bloodline, looking to kind of erase this deficit here. Big kill there from Magic. It's going to be all up to Novo. If there's anybody you wanted to hold the line, and Novo has 2 line up for him. VJ's get some help. Big nade there from Ghostly Royale. However, he gets traded out. Bloodline take a lead here early on. Looking over at Novo, looking to head over towards this rotation. The back side of this Blackheart or exposure map. Colors remind me of Blackheart, I'm not gonna lie. 10-7 start for VJ's here. 12-6 for Flicks. Let's go over to him. Some good holds, both teams. You know, it's been a pretty interesting series despite the lack of a map 2. In that first map, Flicks dropped 49 kills to will his team to a 30-point victory. Looked like Bloodline almost had to come back in at the end, had a 3 dead, but then Flicks slid in and wiped the other team and secured the map, and did not get to play the map 2 S&D. However, we just had a banger of an overtime in Overload where Bloodline were able to scrape away with the victory. So, a pretty banger of a series, and Hollowknights bringing some of this time back. A lot of trades back and forth for both teams. 102 to 77 as Bloodline try and build some more of their own lead, now up to 30 points. They were down almost as much as 40 at the start of the last rotation, so pretty interesting to see how they're coming back here. And with that being said, we are going to go into a listening with the Bloodline featuring King Coney.
He's dead.
Two dead. Blender. One on hold, probably.
No, Magic's weak.
One zig right now.
Oh.
Hop up our side. Dead. I got you.
Two zig.
Zig, dead.
Alright, there's 3.
Where? They're under window.
Top
Magic,
window, top
magic
window.
middle, a bullet.
Grenaded.
A bullet, Dan. Middle.
Hitting zig.
Good try.
Second long. Long, blitz long.
I'm trying to look at time. Time's not counting dead. One in top circle, or window, yeah. He's at blue barrels in time. I can't see him. Top window though, weak.
They have trophy. Dude, mad.
They're middle heady, Vaughn. He's on there long.
No, blitz is weak. Half out under window. And one top window.
Oh, Flicks 1 shot on point. Yep.
Another one top window.
still.
Two top window. Two. One jumped out. He's bottom window.
Right side window.
We gotta start rotating to the slope.
Dude,
Low dirt. Low dirt, Magic. Oh, my bad, brother.
No, it's all good.
One's probably gonna be pushed out our side here. Yes. He knows we're going our
Make
side.
cut.
I'm full stunned outer. Hold up.
Checking outer, nothing
I'm
outer.
nading over. No trophy in time. I hit him with a nade their side. I don't see anything top.
One in hill, or 2 in hill at least. One's inner.
Push out our side. Really weak. Under our side. Good job. 2 dead. 2v2. I flipped to window side. I spawned window side.
Flicks. He's on the.
Yeah, Flicks spots
tank.
me, dude.
Yeah, on the tank and our inner.
I can't get a close gunfight. I feel like.
Oh, good Nate. Hit around mid. Hit around mid.
Wow, I was talking to myself and I was muted, so that's fantastic. Well, what I was trying to say was, you know, I like that listening there from the Hollowknights, unfortunately, or from the Bloodline, but unfortunately the Hollowknights took their lead. So, you know, that's unfortunate. Flicks 32 and 12. He's absolutely where he left off, even though he just got shot in the back by Novo. We're going to immediately hop into a Hollowknights listen in. Sorry about the technical difficulties there.
One on time.
Gonna flank.
Damn, bro. We're winning.
I got
Stun on time. Stun.
I'm touching mid. Got it.
2 on time.
Start on there. Rotate, yeah. I can shoot this when we get closer. Alright, give me a second, I'm about to shoot.
Heard them.
He's in the back, very back.
Upstairs.
There you go. Something.
It's all good. It's all good.
Sonic in the back.
As this match get back even, we're gonna hop into some casting because despite that the two-piece with the Hellstorm, he got 2 of his own teammates, and the Bloodline are right back in this. Even hard point, 36 and 15 out of Flicks, doing everything he can to try and put this series away, but the Bloodline are not going out quietly. 26 and 20 from Novo, 21 and 20 from VJs. Hollowknights, they just took the lead now 195 to 189. However, there's only 9 seconds and less than that even now in this last P4 or 5. We're heading back to another set of hard points. Or no, we're not. This is the P5. Learning the maps. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. (28-21) out of Nova. We're gonna watch him. They take the lead again. Does the Bloodline now 210 to 202? They are eating away at this. What's left for them to push this to a map 5. Flick's trying to make a play through the middle. Novo gets the sight line on him, and he's almost going to pick up 3. VJ's cleans up the last guy. 1 more left in Magic, and Novo's going to get the kills. 5 spree for him, 32 and 21. This is a reverse of what we saw in the first hard point. Bloodline up, and the Hollowknights trying to claw back. Can the same happen in reverse? Can the Hollowknights take a chance at making the comeback? It's going to go back to a P1. 238 to 205, 206 now, as the Hollowknights have the early control of the middle of the map. VJ's trying to get some kills from that top window. He gets 2, can't get the 3rd. Ghost of Real going to get shot in the back, and that's all 4 dead now for the Hollowknights. The Bloodline are not are not dead yet, I should say. 6 seconds away. Novo gets a kill of his own, but kills a teammate as well. Trade's going down, and Magic keeps this alive for the Hollowknights. 4 seconds remaining. Contest comes in. Hollowknights break it, and they are going to have to play perfect COD as the Bloodline need 3 more points to put this map away. If the Bloodline, or if the Hollowknights can hold every second here on this middle hill, they will be just about tied going into P2. Number 3 already set up there, and he's going to kill Flicks. That's the kill you needed to get. You're going to have to abandon some of this time here if you're the Bloodline, or if you're the Hollowknights, and unfortunately they cannot rotate in time. That is going to be the map win for the Bloodline as they push this series to a map 5. (45 and 22 from Flicks. Almost 100 combined kills, over 90. 94 combined kills in the hard point as I do some quick math in my head. It's the ending clip here, trying to do everything, but just could not come away with the win a second time. Novo, 35 and 24, putting in the big numbers. VJ's matching him in damage, 27 and 24. Big plays for the Bloodline as they push this to a Colossus Map 5. Well, folks, if you thought this wasn't going to end up being an interesting series because a player had dipped out, like me, you would be wrong, because the Bloodline have pushed this to a map 5, and we're still going. That's my fault for not correctly communicating that prediction, I guess. I meant for it to be map 4 winner, but hopefully you still got some channel points, and you can win them back, because we're going to run it back for the series winner. Damn, that's my bad, y'all. I don't know if I could go. I don't know if I could have went back and fixed that anyway once I like cashed it out. That's my bad. Well, you live and you learn. It's how gambling goes. You know, I can say for myself, I have accidentally clicked +3.5 instead of +2.5 on a spread and lost a bet. So, you know, that is it's a part of the game, I guess. Shouldn't talk like I know betting with Mr. Bonus Bets Janzy in the chat. Don't want to act like I know too much. Very new to the game. All right, we are getting loaded up, getting into Colossus for this map 5. Can the Hollowknights stop the bleeding, or is the Bloodline going to pull off the reverse sweep? We did not get to actually play an S&D in this series, so we do not know how these teams are going to match up against each other. This could go either way. This could be a blowout on either side, or this could be another round 11 bang out in the day. We'll see what happens. If you can't predict with the family points because of my mess up, go ahead and drop a round prediction in the chat. Let me know who you think is going to come away with this victory. We start off here, I guess, with VJ's. We should have started off with Flicks because he's going to get a kill. Novo's going to get one. Vonsky absolutely just ripped. Novo starting off hot, 2-0. Quickly into a 2v2 now. Going to play over towards this B site, and forgive me because I have not seen this map on S&D yet. So I'm going to be learning a little bit as we go. Seems like the defense has a really good advantage on where the bomb sites are. Carnivorous and G Royale shooting a little bit back and forth at each other. Magic on the long flank, and I think Novo just got the information. He did now, but he didn't get the kill. All up to Carnivorous now, and They are not going to be able to get it done. Hollowknights playing some pretty picture-perfect S&D right there. You had G Royale playing his life in the back spawn. Magic took the pitch through middle. Can't hate that. It's pretty textbook right there. We go back over to Novo. 2-1. He's been the difference maker for the Bloodline before and after the shenanigans today. Can he pull them to a series victory? Some trades go down in the middle of the map. Flix gets one. He gets picked up by King Coney. Makes this a 3v3. VJs picks up a kill. Gonna help out his team on the defense. Bomb pushed up in the middle of the map. Novo with some great plays. Now all up to Vonsky with the bomb, and he's gonna make a good play, or at least I thought he was gonna make a play going toward. Now he is going towards B, kind of using the open map, but he's not gonna go for the plant. He's gonna keep playing the time. Got 35 seconds left. He's gonna get some information. Great patience with the gun. He's gonna know that he has clearance to get over to A. Checks his surroundings. He starts planting the bomb. Surely Novo and Coney know where Vonsky is at, playing together. See if Vonsky can get the timing. He's gonna get the timing onto Novo. Can't get the timing onto Coney, however, the body shots are in. That was a great play from Vonsky to get the first kill. However, unfortunate slide back put him right in the position to get a bad timing against Coney. Bloodline fight back, take another round. 1-1 here. In this map 5 S&D, winner take all. Bloodline looking to go 2-0 in the major so far. Hollowknights trying to get their first win to go 1-2. Stay on with the sole survivor that last round, King Coney, as they try to get pushed up here on offense. The long trek to the bombs on this Colossus map. Some players from the Hollowknights getting pushed up towards mid. Oh, an unfortunate mantle there for King Coney. However, VJs is going to collapse, and he's going to get two. Quick trades, quick kills. All of a sudden, this round is a 2v2. Novo and VJs trying to get pushed up towards this B site. However, Novo, he's going to know that there's one here. He's going to get the kill onto G Royale. However, number 7 Flix, he's on the pinch. What can he make happen? He gets sight on both. He gets one. However, he pre-fired the wrong door. If he would have pre-fired to the right, no, he might have had that kill. But Novo clutches up and wins the round. 2-1 Bloodline. Flix 4-3, trying his best. Novo 5-2. See what we can make happen. See how G Royale watches over his team. Had a good angle there, but he's gonna end up watching the pinch, which actually might be for a good reason. He gets the timing on to King Coney. Somebody check out Nate's monitor. But oh, Vonsky, unfortunate team kill onto Flix, makes this a 2v3. Carnivorous gonna back up. Novo, Carnivorous, in a 2v3. Novo taking her out. Players of the Bloodline pretty separated so far in the early going of this back half Round 4. Bomb goes down. They're going to have to attack this together. Number 6 is in a good position. However, he gets absolutely ripped by Carnivorous. All up to Vonsky and Magic. See if the Hollowknights can have a little bit of late map heroics here. Novo's going to get the angle. However, Magic gets a trade. It is a 1v1, 20 seconds remaining. Can Novo get the timing? He cannot. He's going to get the... Magic gets the kill. Great shots by Magic. Fortunate timing there for Novo. Almost had the kill. Two and two now. Both teams tied up, playing this pretty evenly. Magic gets some information. He knows at least one is middle map. King Coney playing pushed up. Actually, let's see if I can get switched over to him. He's gonna get this kill onto Flix. That was a good spot. Flix was not ready to check it. However, ooh, G Royale almost got the trade. However, Coney got away with his life. Two more. Well, just like that, he's the last one alive. Gonna get the kill onto Vonsky. Make this a 1v2 now. Gets the information onto one. He's gonna play his life. Magic gets the timing on the Magic now in a 1v1 for Coney. Can he complete the 1v3? He can! Coney with a 1v3! Coming in for the bloodline and turning up, clutching up, making the plays is King Coney. Three-two now for the bloodline. All that work and it is still just a close game. You know, Coney might be feeling himself. Him and Novo both with 6 kills. Putting the work in for the bloodline. Kills going down, and it might be another clutch situation for Coney. He's making the pinch. Can he get the timing? His teammate gets one. He gets another. Make this a 1v2 now for Vonsky. Vonsky, he's going to get the kill. Vonsky versus VJs. They have the angles, but both players are going to choose to reset. Unfortunate timing with the knife out, and VJs is going to get the win. That is why you have your gun up. That was just unfortunate timing there for Vonsky. Tries to wrap and check out as part of the map without his gun out. Yeah, that was free there for VJs. Unfortunately, Bloodline take the first 2-round lead of this map. Now up 4-2 on the Hollowknights. Unfortunate timing there for Vonsky. Start off with the main man on the Hollowknights, the captain, Flix. Can he pull his team from the ashes of a potential reverse sweep? Soar towards victory. Unfortunately, doesn't have the timing to catch Coney in the middle of the map. He's going to get taken down now. 4v3 for the Bloodline. Can they put this away? Flix is going to go down. King Coney's 10-4, and before I can switch POVs, that is another round for the Bloodline. Did that 1v3 clutch do what they needed to put the Hollowknights away and make the reverse sweep happen? 8-5 performance out of Novo, not to be ignored. Doing a great job, playing his role, letting the sub King Coney come out to play. We're going to stay on with him to start off this 5-2 round. Can the Bloodline come away with the map 5 victory? Carnivorous catches Flicks out of timing. And King Coney has the shots on Devonsky. Just like that, it's all up to G Royale. And the trades are not going to come in time. The Bloodline take the round, take the map, take the reverse sweep, and win the series 3 maps to 2. Just an unfortunate day of COD for the Hollowknights. They were 1 map away from winning their first series. Now they go down 0-3 here in Major 1 pool play. Looking at the stat sheet, 11-4 out of the sub Coney. Wow, that's pretty impressive. We're going to get over to this edit maps and mode screen, and I'm going to let y'all see who won. And before we get too distracted by things, I'm going to pull in CVO Novo for a little post-game interview.
If he can't play for
What's going on, CEO Novo? Sorry to drag you over so abruptly, but just wanted to get you in here for a post-game interview.
closer.
How are you feeling after that crazy long comeback of a series?
Hey, bro, I was just, I was just having fun shooting my gun. That's about it. I've been I've been on an Arc Raiders kick, so like I was just here to play, it felt nice to take a little break from Call of Duty. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. I felt good.
Yeah, and it must have worked because you came absolutely out to shoot today. I mean, what was it, 40 kills in that first hard point, almost 33 and 20 in that second one. You're doing everything for your team in the respawns. What do you have to think about the sub coming in, King Coney, pushing y'all over the edge there?
Oh, that's my guy, man. He brings the vibes. I got Team Chem with him. I lived with him for a year. Uh, he's a great guy. And if he's in the right headspace, he just brings the best vibes. So, and if you give him a camp to flourish like that, like Cooper is, then the sky's the limit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I think it was great to see some plays out of VJs and Carnivorous too. I think they did a lot better in your second series. What do you have to say about those two newcomers?
Hey, they're very vibey. Dan's literally texting, asking ways to get better at all times. So I'm just doing my best I can to coach them in game and out of game. Because Jason, which is VJ's, hasn't really played as much either. So I do as best of an IGL job as I can and try and focus on myself as well. So, but I feel like they're doing their thing. They're coming into their own players, and I think we're starting to mesh well as a team.
That's what I like to hear. Well, I appreciate the quick time, CEO Novo. Congrats on the hard fought victory. I hope to see you in some more matches here soon, brother.
Of course, brother. Thank you for casting as always.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
chat, for tuning in. Shout out G Fuel Family Ties.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Use code Family Ties. All right, chat. I appreciate everybody coming in today, whether it's for the SOB podcast to start off the day or either of our Hollow Knights matches. It's a fun one. Thank y'all for listening to me yap for a while. And yeah, we'll be back for another match of COD here very soon, I'm sure. See y'all later.